the people in one accord. Like when we want a strong united front in front of the enemy, or when we want to hold our reverence and praise the Lord. Whether abroad or in our yard, from radio or the same, organization is the name, centralization is the game. Even though this is no game, it is a crying shame when the people can't even mobilize in a proper way. So we need to organize and start communicate. Lisa Love set yourself straight, check out the slate whip on the plate. Frisco need to organize and start conceptualize and put the plans in motion so we can start to actualize. Organize, organize. We need to organize. Organization is the key to the building of a station. Organize, organize. It's better to organize. To organize it is the key, just like a proper education. Organize, organize, and make we flex wise. Tell the youth them feel refrain from wrong and heal Selassie I. Analyze and organize and spiritually mobilize. We need salvation, no need no man shining at the sky. The morning stew. Lisa Love, the Groove Master, and Mr.Frisco. Big up. 96.5, make me fly. Always make the people organize and centralize and strategically mobilize. Element of surprise. I thought we don't know small fries. Watch the rise. Watch Rastafari get over. Make Babylon turn over. Get run over. Roving with the rover. Organize and centralize. I Selassie.
Well, all right then. Let's get her done. Walking into Wednesday. All aboard. Welcome to the morning stew for today. Groove's favorite day. Oh, yeah, there we go. Walking into Wednesday. Get me some of that.
Where's our Sasquatch?
Chop's right there. Walking into Wednesday.
There she is.
Give me some of that.
Hey.
Let me take that off. All right. Yeah. Welcome to the show for today, man. XTV and Creme Radio. Today's the 4th of February.
The second month.
Yeah. Where is Sir Groove? Come down, selector.
Hi, you.
Yes, I.
Hi, you.
As we proceed.
Calling all cars.
Yeah, where is that guy? Anyway, man, at least, what's up?
Good morning, honey. That's Mr. Frisco.
Why? No honey. No honey. God damn. You know what they say about honey? Never spoil.
Never spoil. Thick and rich.
Honey bunny.
Weather is sweet, man. Good morning.
What? Oh, Lord.
What?
Oh, yeah. What happened?
I say the weather is sweet.
I mean, not so much. But we spoke about that. But fear not. Another one is coming.
Yes. Never spoil. Hey, good morning.
Bye.
Oops, there it is.
No, that dude there.
Handsome.
No handsome.
Handsome and pretty. Good morning to the boat.
Ooh, good morning.
Which boat?
Yes.
Where have you been?
When you look as sharp as the new assembly building.
Oh, yeah. 5 mil.
Yes.
Hello.
0.8 mil.
Yep, point.
5.8. Wrong
But-
enough,
Get the
but
point.
To be truthful, instead of all, the 1.5 mil was a grant towards the total cost because they knew it wasn't going to be 1.5 mil. Remember, Julius me punchy honey on a wall. They had to replace the whole wall. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yes.
whole mile.
5.8 mil, and we got ourselves a brand new. You can't even say brand new second hand. A brand new building and got
Brand new, right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even
Brand
say
new,
secondhand.
just for you.
They're brand new.
Yeah. And that's good, man. That's good. That's really nice. Everything's
Keep it up.
pretty.
All I can say is keep it up.
Yes. So the union senator again, another union senator said that if the monopoly had come naturally, which again, this is what I'm going to try to say. If the monopoly had come naturally and the PUC would then adjust or amend things to control the monopoly, he said there would not be a problem. He said, but this is not this is now a natural process. This is a legitimate buyout,
Right.
And again, and that's the thing where I'm going to say, if we arrive at a monopoly through natural competition, that's the one thing. But if we arrive at a monopoly because the bigger player just buy out the next player, that's a whole house of a different color. And the senator made a very good point. He said, when you like then double up, he said, why you think you have double up? He said, you don't think that because the phone company like you? Because that's the whole competition work. Your competition work when you say your partner you do your
Competition.
Thank you very much, Mr. Love. It's Wednesday, hump day. When you see a competitor, they do something good, you try to do something better. That usually benefit us. But when you have one company running everything, there's no incentive.
Right. They do whatever they want to do.
Yeah. If they say we are charging
whatever it is they want to charge.
$3,000 a month, what you want to do? Who you going to? have to do it.
Ghostbusters.
There you go.
But actually, I even feel like competition was happening because it's been stagnant for a while.
Yeah, but the thing like the double ups.
Yeah, I'd say
and
that measly things. I mean, for real competition, I haven't felt the competition for a while.
Okay, all right. Oh,
Well,
let's
I'm
take that
gonna
one.
finish my thought. I haven't felt it based on. I like to get the bare minimums. It's been a while. Once upon a time, there was every now and again you would hear, well, to get double your speed on double here, your speed on double there, and then all of a sudden the whole thing come collapsing. Haven't heard about the consumer. Yeah. It's been stagnant for a couple of years. Like there hasn't been. Just to throw that out, there has nothing to do with that subject. With that, even in the middle of two companies competing, there hasn't been much movement in what the consumers have been getting. I haven't felt it. I haven't felt like things that happen and we the benefit really from it for the last couple of years. I'd say 5 years. I know. Haven't felt it. Like I feel like for what we're paying, we should be getting way more.
But I tell you
And that
something,
goes to what you're saying because goddamn, if the only one company, you probably not get nothing after that.
Yeah, and I tell you what my pet peeve is, and this go for all the utility companies, is that we pay way too much money for their whole. They listen to some boring song. When we call, the amount of money where we pay for phone and for water and for light and anything, we're not supposed to pick up. How may we help you? But we have to sit down here and wait today. Think when they try to put you to sleep. But maybe, Mr. Frisco, the reason why you, like you say, they say much big promotions, maybe it's because the company that would do stuff like that is not as profitable as it may seem. And then you would ask yourself...
Oh, they're very profitable.
No. Well, what happened? I believe that BTL, I think, is the bigger company. If you see that with that, I don't know that. They're not the bigger company. So the ones that I believe that would always be throwing the promotion would be the one where they try knock the bigger company out. And as like I said, when I look at my phone and my stuff like that, I'm always getting promotions. Donna always get promotions. It might not be the big ones, like you said, but if it's not the big ones, then you have to ask yourself why. Then you would probably come to the conclusion, well, maybe it's because the profits are not as big as they should
think
be.
Think about it.
Uh-huh.
The more you give, the less you get. So if the less you give, the more you get. The less you
All
give,
right,
the
well,
more
that's
you
one way
get.
to look at it. Yeah. Again, that's the one way to
Like
look
back
at
in
it.
the day, like if you go buy $10 chicken, I used to get 2 legs. Now you say, boy, I go buy $10 chicken, you only get 1 leg. So that means you still give you $10, but you get less. So there was a time when the company was owned by the other guy. They made raking big profits because what they were charging and what they were giving, we were getting the bottom of the barrel, but paying the top of the peak prices.
Right.
And so they're raking in the profits because we weren't getting anything for the price that we were paying. So they're like,
well, none of this conversation would even take place if we knew.
That's what I say down the road. I mean, but I think at this point, I really haven't felt any big moves. Like I believe the consumer base should have been getting way more by now. It's been like stagnant.
Right.
For the last.
I agree.
I feel at this point, this idea should be put to bed. I believe that this deal, the same way how I feel like the Budna case done.
We should get gig speeds right now. We should get gig speeds.
I think that this deal done. This deal gonna get signed. I think that we are just going through semantics with the protest, and it's just this deal done signed. Well, and done signed, but I mean, I believe it's already agreed upon that this will happen. But then the thing we don't understand is that this company is, and this is how semantics come in, It's a government
God
private
damn, using a
company.
big word on a Wednesday.
Yeah. It's a government, which means the people of Belize, and a private company. And it always, very few words stick with me. But the words that stuck with me was when the chairman of BT or the board said that they're not a private company. We don't have to answer to nobody or something to that effect, he said. And then 1 week later, the man come out, well, this is not a private company, along with and if this is not a private company too, and we have one shares in there, and the public to tell you, because it seems to me the majority of people, you have groups where they loan initials, you have senators, you have the churches coming out, and you have the public coming out saying, we don't want this. So unless there's already agreements made, and unless one of them say, no, what the hell with this, we can buy a company where we don't need. Because
we can?
BTL itself said we don't need nothing what they got. We don't need nothing what they got. Then they pay $80 million to 25,000 customers. $80 million to 25. That I don't know. But
well, they put up figures saying increase revenue by X amount. So yeah, it's not just what you said, but yeah.
Something, basically, yeah. I know, like I said, I don't understand why buy. But anyway, that's beyond my pay grade. It's just that, it doesn't just. I'd rather than just come right out and say the truth. Come right out and say the reason, and come right out and tell me, something. I do feel like you benefit BTL in the long run, but in the short term, you benefit this one, and that one too. But eventually, you benefit all of it. Just stop the try.
See, and that's why it's not good for politicians get involved in a business while you're in politics. See, that part of conflict of interest come in. It's not because even if you want to do something that's worth the while, look good.
Yeah,
and that's why the rules are there. Stay out of. It's not a good look, but hey, I believe it there.
That's why the man said that. What do you need if you find a politician buried to his neck in sand? What do you need? Somebody have more sand. But I don't know. You need one shovel. For digging out.
Say a shovel.
Yeah, there's a few politicians that, even though you know that then they're in the game, and even though you know that they are privy to things that we're not privy to, when they talk, you almost feel like, I think it depends on which side. But even though they do it, a political way, you feel like they depend on your side. And there's a couple where I feel like depend on which side. And they're actually making statements to go against what the party as a organ they say, and it's politicians like those that I respect, because then I not just another cog in the wheel. Then one nut, we hold the cog on. So when they talk, you better listen.
You're right.
Exactly. So, and when for wedding they say, even then they say, make this thing take one natural process. Then they say, we should have consultation. Then they say, we shouldn't have politics jump in at this way, the whole Northern Caucus, they jump in and say, we want this. And that is just legitimate business. The most important thing I believe that was said on this is what Johnny Everest said. It was almost against the law for BTL and never even considered this motion, because everything the telecommunication laws go against everything where they happen right now. So for this to go through, you have to throw out your bylaws.
Exactly.
And then once you throw out your bylaws, everybody on bylaw. Hey. I don't want to talk about this man, this beautiful hump day, fuck. Where they go on, we don't know. Yes.
That damn Frisco. He's the
Hey, the
one.
man bring up topic.
Some see I mean, it's clear it's a very unpopular move right now at this time.
Of course.
Yeah.
So some politicians see it very clear, but when things are forced into play, it's like I can't worry about the flock right now because, you know, certain things bigger than the flock. I have to take this lick. But while some others see the lick as significant, that, you know, why you want to engage in this that's very unpopular right now and could spark things politically the other way. Because you know how we do it, I believe. We vote politicians out.
Oh, yes. Yo, I know I tell you, and I
come back to bite you.
No, we vote politicians out.
Yeah, we not vote none in. And you see, and that the whole problem where I don't understand with this.
Nobody want to be voted out.
Yeah, nobody want to be voted out. And overall, you know, I believe PUP is doing a good job overall. Not everything, but overall when you average it out. But I think this now a big black eye. Because even the man on the street,
it's very, very unpopular.
Yeah, every man on the street, we have to deal in the street, know what a hustle is.
Exactly.
We know what a hustle is because that's what we do every day.
1 second.
Go right ahead. Good morning.
What's up?
Yeah, this BTL situation. I think.
Sir Ronald.
Yes, sir.
Introduce yourself, my brother.
Is this Sir Ronald?
Yes, it is.
You've done so already.
Knight of Loxley?
Put out that through my belly, boy.
While we could mix some humor along with this very serious situation. The fact of the matter is that up to now, at least from my perspective, a lot of people are sitting back, not really thinking about how it could affect us personally. And it is the responsibility of us individually and collectively to make our position known. One of the things that I want to go in further is that those who are making decisions right now, there's supposed to be a protest out in front of the Social Security Board's offices here in Belize City,
right,
to try and influence upon those who are supposed to be there to make a decision whether they support it or not. They are just one entity. There are several different representatives on the board, including the representatives that for government, small shareholders, and all the rest. I think just like how they do a division in the House, when there is a vote rather just saying aye, each person needs to be polled and for them to give their position on it and why. Because at the end of the day, while all of us cannot be in the boardroom making the decision that those few persons make will have an impact on all of us. And so I think one of the things, maybe the media houses could pursue each of these persons for them to make a comment. I have had conversations and say, oh, well, they're getting information and they have made a decision. But in particular, where I am concerned, I have interest in BTL as a shareholder, but that doesn't mean that I look at it as being more important than what I have as a customer and as a taxpayer. And while yes, I invested money in BTL, small, as a small shareholder, the return is better than what you get at the banks at the moment. But this is an even bigger issue because they're looking at competition or the lack of it should it go through, and all the red herrings that are being thrown in. What about external competition? You know, the bottom line is, are we getting value for money in total respect? The social partners senators had a press conference yesterday, and very critical information they provided.
Ronald, you hearing us?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
You don't mind give us a call back? Marisol who's live at the moment.
All right, sure. Okay.
See what's going on out there.
Yeah,
nice hearing from you and your input.
Okay, great. Call us back.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much. All right, good. So, is Marisol there?
I need to know what partner live.
Go ahead.
Yes, we are. Go right ahead. You are live on the
Go
studio,
right ahead.
Marisol.
All right. Good morning, everyone who is tuning into the morning from television, XTV, and from radio. We're outside of the Social Security Board office in Belize City. And what's happening out here today is that the United Democratic Party, for a second time in 2 weeks, has brought out a crowd of demonstrators. And this is in relation to the intended acquisition by Belize Telemedia Limited of CNET Communications Limited, operating the Smart brand. I'm just going to walk along here. This is how it looks this morning. What I can tell you in terms of development, some significant developments ahead of this demonstration that's in activity, is that Brian Yellowman Arden, who was at the forefront in the last demonstration last week, Tuesday, that one in front of the Belize Telemedia Limited headquarters of the Sabbath Street, he has been detained. Earlier, we had an interview with Mesopotamia Area Representative Honorable Mark Chang, and they are saying initially that he was going to be charged for being a member of a gang, and they're obviously saying, that's wayward, and that they're in essence calling it a trumped up charge, but thereafter there were indications that he was merely detained to be cautioned in relation to what transpired last week Tuesday, because if you recall, he was the one who indicated, he was counting down actually to 10 o'clock and saying, we're giving them 1 hour. The meeting of the BTL board was to start at 9 a.m. and he said, well, give them an hour. If they don't come out and end this meeting, because what we were being told at the time was that there was going to be a provisional vote on the acquisition. Then the board saying, yes, we agree that this is a good decision for BTL and we're going to proceed with acquiring Smart. And so Yellowman was saying, if they don't end that meeting, then we're going to storm inside. And when 10 o'clock came, the throng of demonstrators surged onto the BTL compound, and Yellowman was at the forefront, and he was the second one to push into police. Actually, there was some other gentleman who did that first. And today, Lee Mark Chang, Honorable, is stating what released Yellowman to hold this man, right? They're, of course, saying that there's still a lack of information on this proposed deal, and saying that it's not good for the user. Obviously, that there is a conflict of interest with the Prime Minister's family, reportedly standing to gain $18 million from the deal, right? Because they own, in total, the brother of the Prime Minister, and I believe it's a cousin, own close to 30-something% of the shareholding in CNET Communications Limited. And therefore saying that there's a conflict of interest, and they just want it to be set aside, done away with, not continued with. So I'm going to go over and try to speak with Dr. Omar Figueroa. We also have the Honorable Hugo Pat, who is the Perzal North area representative. And because they had not been here last week. Hi. Good morning. Can we get an interview with you? Let me put this one. All right. Good morning, Honorable Ugo Pat. We are live on the morning stew. Tell us why it was important for you to make it all the way from Perzal North to Belize City today.
Well, we have to take a stance now, Marisol. Tomorrow might be too late. Tomorrow might be a done deal. And so, as Belizeans, I think it is important for us to take that stand now in order for justice to happen to the people. The acquisition of Peahead by Smart is a decision that is very serious for the Belizean people. It's a decision that will affect us all. And looking at the kind of investment that these people are talking about, it is one that cannot be taken lightly. And so we need to take a stance now in order for the government to listen to the voice, not of Hugo Pat or the UDP, but of the general sentiment of the Belizean people.
You brought out a crowd this morning?
So, like I said, we are harvesting, bringing up a crowd this morning. It is a bit difficult for us. The sugarcane crop is on, and so you have a lot of people working, so it's a bit difficult to mobilize the kind of people that you would want to see ordinarily happen.
Now, what is your take on the PUP's Northern Caucus statement approving or saying that they support the buyout?
Well, this is a government supported agenda, and so you would realize that whatever the government brings along the way, the political arm will have to automatically support. Coming from the north, you don't expect anything less. And so you would expect that kind of response that they issued a couple of days earlier.
Have you been able to speak with constituents to see where they stand on this deal?
All right, so anybody you speak to who understands the magnitude of will tell you. Look, we'll tell you that this thing is not for the benefit of the people of Belize, but for the benefit of accounted few. I think it is important for us to understand that any informed Belizean, any Belizean who would want to have an informed opinion on this, first has to have the facts. And this is where we're lacking. We're asking for information, we're asking for transparency. If there is nothing to light, bring it out to light. And this is precisely what is happening to us here in Belize.
Talk to us about your view of your party's unity at this time. You saw the show last week, Tuesday, outside of BTL, and now today again.
Well, last week I think it was a decision taken impromptu, I would call it. The notice it was very short, and so many of us could not have made it. Bear in mind that you have a lot of standard bearers who are doing their professional work, and so getting time off from their work is a bit difficult. I myself couldn't make it because of the short notice, but with notice given in sufficient notice given to us, we can make the time happen. Certainly in terms of unity, you can see that, it's not going to be a walk in the park. We're building right in the right path, but it will take some time also, and there is where we're working at.
Because obviously it takes a lot of money to pull out a big crowd.
It is certainly mobilizing any kind of mobilization will take resources. But everyone is pulling on in his or her own way to make things happen at this point in time.
What do you think about at this point, I'm not even sure if it's a detention or they're going to release Yellow Man at some point?
To be honest, we are like you. I don't even know what was the reason that Yellow Man was detained. But those issues with the party, I'm certain we'll have a lending hand, some legal advice to provide to Yellow Man.
All right, good. Thank you so much.
Okay.
So,
Picture, real picture.
Robin.
Come in.
We're asking the same thing So, we were not live earlier when I was speaking with you, so we're live now with the morning stew. Just tell the Belizean public what you want to say about this deal.
If one of the media do not know the details of this deal, how do you expect the innocent, the regular citizen, the general public to know what is the details of this deal? We want to know what is the details. We want to know if it's a good deal. We understand, you know, we could understand, we could learn, we could comprehend. Just let us know the details, and everybody can make an educated decision. But if you're gonna hide this and hide that, and move the goalposts constantly, then we confuse. And then when they confuse, the people will ask questions. That is our right to ask questions.
And Mark, you have gone publicly on your Facebook page to say 1-1 if we switch over.
Yes, of course. You are saving $80 million or $100 million. Switch over for Smart to BTL, and you are saving $80 to $100 million. That are the people money. Remember what I tell you now? I know a lifetime of wealth. It's going to be a generation of wealth these people are making. Generations of wealth. That means their picnic, their grand picnic, their great grand picnic will live off of this money.
Do you think the Prime Minister should have recused himself from that cabinet meeting when they had the presentation from BTL? I do not know that they took a decision at the time. I'm getting the sense they did.
Anybody who has a conflict of interest should recuse themselves. Anybody, including family members, should not even make a statement on this situation right here. So anybody that is involved in this deal with their family members should recuse themselves, no matter what. It's a conflict of interest, and it's called nepotism.
All right, the PUP Northern Caucus release. What do you think about that? You weren't around during G7. I mean, you never participated. I don't know if you have any protest. You never.
I know about G7. I know about the G7.
So this reminds of that.
Of course, because we are fighting for our rights. Number one, the people want transparency. The people want to know how their money are getting spent. The people just want to make sure that the government is in line and follow all the procedures and not make for their right, for their wrong. Because what they're doing today is making for their right, for their wrong, by locking down an innocent civilian.
The numbers, get to that, you Papa Yellow Man. The numbers that they released for the first time, saying it's going to be over 200% increase in dividends, trying to convince the public that this is a good deal.
What they fail to realize, that they fail to subtract from not $40 million, they fail to subtract their overhead, the cost of operations. That is what they fail to realize. They only collect for collect sake. I wish I could collect for collect sake too and have no overhead. But they have overhead, which is not included into that number. The debts, yes. Not forget the debts.
What debts are loan shares? They're not liabilities.
Man, you're not tired of them people to move the goalposts? Tell me, shake your yes or no. You're not tired of people to move the goalposts every time?
Don't have all the information.
They move the goalposts. And they're moving, and they're moving, and they're moving. They have no sound business. Once someone business where they make money. But if it's profitable, you will not sell your business. The one way, not you can tell you. The businessman will agree, and one of the family members. Precisely.
All right, what happened at Yellow Man? When they taken this man, the detention, the caution, what?
Yellow Man, they said he was detained for being a member of a gang and inciting violence. Yellow Man, they did back in the street and you this to pick up our members from the Western constituency or come out here to peacefully demonstrate. I will make sure that he peacefully demonstrate. Me and Yellow Man are friends. And when you're right, you're right. And when you're wrong, you're wrong. Now this time, the government is wrong for locking down Yellow Man for nada.
But then, I'm going to tell you what happened Tuesday last week because he pushed into the police barricade.
And like what I tell you just now, who you think opened the barricade? Yes, the law. The law, but the
police opened the barricade.
Well, when you watch a video, you see. You watch a video, you see.
They pushed into the police.
We the out there, you know, can't 100, 200, 300. We the out there to fight for everybody's rights. We want to hold the government accountable how they spend for we money. We do not want to make sure that my grandkids pay for this loan.
So then let's talk to us about, I don't know, the dangers of having those 70 million in loan notes over 4 years.
Okay, the first year is $3.7 million interest. When they say no principal payment, $3.7 million alone. The second year is roughly about the same with principal payments. But I think they moved the goalpost again. because it's not only 1 year, I think that 3 years no payment or something like that. But they're moving the goalposts constantly. And if you, as a reporter, the news media is confused and can't keep up with it, what do you think are we all the way back here? We don't know though. All we want to know is know the truth and that we're getting a good deal and a bang for our buck.
All right, Lemar, tell me what you expect of the SSB board.
We expect the SSB board to make a decision for the people of Belize. They represent the people of Belize. Yes, they are handpicked by the Prime Minister, but they represent the people of Belize. The Social Security money belongs to everyone right here. Everyone away, the Social Security belongs to, including me.
Yeah.
Right? So we want them to be responsible and make the right decision. But of course, it's a handpicked board, so what do you expect?
You think things going to be peaceful today?
I tell the police, we're not making the right or the wrong. We're not making the right or the wrong. Release that man. I tell them, why we not do that thing at first? Right? Well, of course, you know, some of them might say, oh, we follow orders. But that's left to be seen.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
So there you had the Honorable Lemar Chang. We're going to see if Dr. Figueroa. Dr. Figueroa, you'll speak with us? You speak with us? All right, let me just put this. That is correct, yeah. Okay, so Honorable, I still call you Honorable. All right, but Dr. Omar Figueroa, Cayo North Division, tell us why it was important to come all the way here to Belize City for this demonstration.
I think the issue that is before us is something that will affect each and every Belizean from across all walks of life, across this entire country. And so it's important that we pay keen attention to what is going on and to voice our concerns. And so we are here from Cayo expressing our concerns, our objections to what is being proposed in the takeover of SMART by the BTL.
Did you manage to bring people out from Cayo North?
So we made no effort to mobilize and to bring out any large crowd. But I know there's a lot of people here that have been calling us and expressing interest to come. And so there are quite a few vehicles from Cayo North that came up and brought some people here.
Have you been able to speak with constituents about this to poll where they stand?
For the most part, I would say above 80% of the people are against what is being proposed. I mean, I think people are beginning to understand. They're beginning to get the facts little by little, though it has been a little bit difficult, but thanks to people like yourself in the media who are presenting the facts about what is being proposed, I think Belizeans are starting to understand and are starting to get very scared about what is being proposed, because nothing in this deal will benefit Belize or Belizeans.
In terms of political exposure for the Prime Minister himself, whose family members stand to benefit, do you find that this is reminiscent of the things that happened back in 2004, 2005?
It clearly is. You know, you can't run away from the fact that there's a serious conflict of interest in what is being proposed. And I think it will behoove those who are pushing this deal to really take a step back and understand the implications of what they are proposing.
All right. Anything you want to say in relation to expectations of the Social Security Board, which holds over 30% shareholding in BTL?
I think it's important for the members of the board of both Social Security and BTL to really understand the enormity of the questions that is before them. You know, they really need to understand and study the implications of how their decision today can affect each and every Belizean. All those Belizeans who have been working and paying their dues to Social Security, they are on the line right here today. And I sincerely hope and pray that those members of the board today can really sit back and make a decision that represents the best interests of the people of this country. And there's only one such decision, and it is not to support what is being proposed.
All right, thank you so much. So, Honorable Dr. Omar Figueroa, the Cayo North Division, we heard from the Honorable, he is elected this time around, and more people are out here, more higher ups in the party. We see there former Mayor Khalid Bilal. We're going to try to speak with let me it wasn't intentional. Sorry? Yeah, this is the vibe here this morning. All right, Honorable Panton, we are live on the morning stew. You're flanked by your first deputy, all the way from the north. Okay, good. So, what's your take on the turnout here today? Do you expect that the crowd is going to get bigger, more people coming in? Yes. All right. So, what is your expectation? What's the message you're sending to SSB today?
We're sending a message to the government. We're sending a message to John Briseno and his family. And we're sending a message to the SSB board that the voices of the people will not be muffled on a matter of such significant national importance.
Why the Social Security Board?
When the Social Security Board is meeting today to make a determination on this, and so they must be aware how the people of this country really feel about the situation.
No, putting this, do you do this as putting Social Security funds at risk, the purchasing of SNART?
We believe so, but there has been no information provided to us to have us make an informed decision. And the truth of the matter is they don't intend to give us that information because they know that this is not a good deal. If it was such a good deal, we would have the information already. The people of this country would have the information. But they want to trust us. They want us to trust them because they think so. And that is not how it works in a democratic society.
Do you expect them to meet with the opposition? Have you asked them to?
We have met with the BTL board, and it was a 10-slide power presentation of bells and whistles. No real information on the evaluation of the assets, no real information on the liabilities we will be assuming from Signet and SMART. None at all. So we say no, it is enough. No, does this Briseno administration want to rape the people, the taxpayers of this country? Enough is enough.
Have you listened to the PUC yesterday saying that they must await an updated application from BTL and saying that the laws do not outline any process in relation to the acquisition of shares?
So we're going to sit here, we're going to deal with semantics. That is another reason why we cannot support this acquisition. The regulatory framework is weak and it does not protect the consumers, it does not protect the workers, it does not protect those protesters across the street who are asking for their severance pay that they have earned. And so we say no to the acquisition of Signet and SMART.
What do you say in relation to the Northern Caucus release of the People's United Party where they disclosed additional figures we didn't know about before, but trying to convince the public that this is a good deal?
Why would John Briseno lean on his Northern Caucus to try and support a deal that his family will benefit from directly? They will be one of the main beneficiaries of this deal, not the workers, not the consumers, not the Belizean public. So it is an attempt, in my view, for John Briseno to politicize a matter of national concern that the people of Belize are speaking against.
Opposition leader, what's your message to the SFB board?
No deal. We are asking you to listen to the voices of the people. If you are managing our funds, our contributions that we are mandated to pay by law. And so we say, no deal. Enough is enough. Why is it that we are going to sit back and allow John Briseno and his family and his administration to keep their hand in the cookie jar? It is unacceptable. And it is time for us to be angry as a Belizean people against what they purport to do.
Now it takes money to bring out all this crowd. Can you keep it up? Keep up the momentum?
It's a question that your colleague from Channel 7 likes to ask me all the time. Do you have what it takes? Well, hopefully with time, we will be able to convince our friends in the international media that we have what it takes.
Are you seeing a parallel historically between this and 2007 when the number NTUCD, the Chamber, the UDP all coalesced? 2004 to 2007 all coalesced in opposition to the secret deals that social security. Do you think you will be able to get that sort of coalition together?
We're working on it, and clearly we have the NTUCD out here. We have members of the DNTU out here. Certainly, the chamber has spoken very clearly on the matter. Our independent senators that represent civil society actors have spoken against this matter. So I believe if the government continues to push the way they're pushing, they can expect that this voice will get louder, not only here in Belize City, but nationwide.
Your comment on the detention of the Yellowman.
It's a blatant attempt, a new law. It is a new law by this government to stifle the voices of the people. Everybody knows that Yellowman is a member, a general of the United Democratic Party. And to suggest he was detained because he's a person could have done is an attempt to quiet his voice. I will say this, I hope that the government is not saying that the United Democratic Party, a constitutional organization in the country, is a gap. Because they will have to deal with the voices of our UDP.
Is the UDP prepared to join the independent senators to block legislation which may come from the lower house into the Senate? The Senate, the independent senators are referred to a unified bloc. They will need the 7 senators to block all legislation that comes from the House. Will you all be prepared?
That has already been established. We will not move forward unless the government takes the time to listen to the voices of the people.
Well, the UDP will march on Belmont Park Friday.
No, you're right. Yes, we will fight.
This is round 2. Let's focus on round 2 and then we'll talk about round 3.
How do you view that assessment by the PUC in relation to the telecom sector and the possibility of a dominant provider?
It's a sea change in the policy, the public policy on telecommunications. And we are of the view that if you're going to make a significant policy change, that matter must have the oversight of the Parliament and the upper house and the lower house. They are attempting to do this via some sort of commercial arrangement with the transfer of shares. It is semantics as far as we are concerned, and a deliberate attempt by the government to push through a deal that the people do not support.
The PUC officials we spoke with yesterday said that if there is an acquisition of the shares of Smart, it would only mean that BTL is a monopoly in some sectors in the telecoms industry, not all, and maybe not even the majority of them. The biggest, rather.
What do you expect from a PUC that was hand-appointed by the Briseno administration? It is the same thing with the BTL board. The persons that sit on the BTL board were appointed by the Prime Minister and his cabinet. What do we expect of them?
Do you feel the position or the comments of Honorable Julius Slack in relation to the acquisition, if it goes to being a monopoly, whereas his colleagues, some of them, have not been willing to take it that far?
Well, I can see why Minister Slack is trying to self-preserve in this environment. It's a matter of self-preservation. To be fair, Minister Escalation has always lauded himself as being open and transparent. standing up for the good of the people. I would love to hear from the Honorable Colonel Hyde,
yes.
the champion of the poor. Where is he? He was not even in the house when we had the inaugural open. When used to be, used to there. When used to there, used to be.
Yes.
Where is he?
Where is
They're
Colonel
quiet.
Hyde?
They're too quiet. They don't even. The crux of the matter is they themselves, cabinet themselves, do not understand the crux of this deal. They got the same 10-point power presentation that we got, which is all about the bells and whistles and not about really what matters, an independent evaluation, what liabilities we are going to assume, how we are going to protect the consumer, how we are going to protect the workers in the telecommunications industry. Right? Thank you. There are we have members of the union, workers union. Just let me get just bear with us as we set up a little bit better to give you the best visual right now. All right, there you go. All right, Miss Ella, President of the National Trade Union Congress of Belize. Who all is represented here today for the Congress?
We have executive members of the executive. We have the Christian Workers Union, and we'll be having the Christian Memorial Hospital Workers Union coming out at 11. We have the DNT out here, and we have the Leeds Communication Workers Union coming out later. We don't need that because everybody's so very busy. They have other commitments today. We're also having a walk in the Mopani Board office as well at noon. So inviting the public, regular Mopani, they're allowed to walk in front of Social Security. That's a public area. We're not allowed to walk. We're allowed to walk. So we have our members, we have our president of CWU, who'll be on our flowers, we'll be gathering some of our members down there. So we're walking in front of Social Security Board. The fact we understand about meeting in the way. You are allowed to walk. That's not, you don't need a permit for it. To gather in one place, then you need a permit. To demonstrate, you need a permit. You're basically just going to be walking up and down the street, obviously encouraging the board to ensure that they're very conscious about the decision that they may have to make today.
Now, what is the message to the Social Security Board who is meeting this morning?
Yes, well, we're not even sure it's going to be this morning. We're hearing a whole lot of different times that it happened today. But the point is that it has to happen eventually anyway. And our message is obviously to encourage, because we know the Social Security Board directors from the previous moves that they have made are very cognizant of the seriousness of an acquisition and the impact it will have on the funds of Social Security Board. Of course, we're not saying that at NTUCB that there may be a negative impact. $40 million. And what we have been saying is even if ATL does not make a profit quickly, our dividend to the Social Security, what do you do? Because we have to pay back that $80 million. And we're already not getting a whole lot from BTL as far as I understand. So we are encouraging the board members to be very careful with cognizant, remember your legacy. As board members, you're here to protect SSB fund. That's not your responsibility. Your responsibility is not to say, well, I partner with this political party next week, a party, or even at the union. It's your responsibility to protect the monies that are invested by workers into SSP.
No, I just want to clarify the issue with the permit. You did not get a permit to protest out here today in Belize City.
Yes, we applied for the permit on Monday. We were invited to the Lapoon police station to submit our application. And the user officer would advise you what is cannot do. When we got there, the officer didn't even come back to the permit would be denied. We had already gotten a permit for today. Everything applied for the different from the current team that we were applying for. We wanted to apply for 11 to 15. They were advising the workers to get the logistics to negotiate the process. They told us no, and very humiliated to not have. And even went as far as to say we should have a protest on another day. I mean, where does it go? The police department would advise Congress when to have a protest, and then the reason that when they should protest, that should not be the prerogative of the police department. So we are very concerned that it is a dangerous move when it comes to the liberty and the actions that we as citizens have, the right to have under constitution protest.
No, what are the numbers from last week's protest? There was just like a handful of you unionists there in front of the Belize Telemedia Limited. What's the change today?
Of course, sharing more information. As in every other organization, we have been so we are educating our members as well about our concerns and what should be their concerns as workers. So more information sharing has been done. We've tried to we always as responsible. We always try to start softly when it comes to industrial action. That is why anti-UCB would never say strike. Let's shut down the country. Stop because we want the powers that we listen to us in the first stage. But we are still open to communication together. Then it escalates and it escalates. So last time we came up with that, we was just to show okay, we are here. Today, more of the affiliated, we will join in the initiative and irrelevant because they are not listening to us. They are not paying heed. And then of course Friday we are restored. We should be having more members on there and the public because remember, as much as we want to see these people here with a union t-shirts, there are other workers that responsible people that have a union t-shirt. So they will be out there, they should be out there today to say no, have the conference, roll back, let us look at this thing very carefully, especially when it comes to open to the social.
So yes, you will be out there in front of the National Assembly Friday morning.
As long as they don't deny us our permit. But if they deny us our permit, we have a right as citizens of this country to walk in any public area we want.
Okay, so now I'm not sure if you listened to the Public Utilities Commission officials speak yesterday saying that they have to await an updated application from BTL. They disclosed that the buyout is going to be only of the shares of SpeedNet, which is something new. Because we didn't know that in the past. No, it's not the license. Do you consider that there are dangers in leaving a license open if the deal goes through?
Of course. I remember when we went to the presentation by BTL, I recall correctly, they had said that the acquisition of Smart, those various players will not be coming to the telecom industry for 6 to 7 years. But if we leave that open, those same players can come back in, Ashcraft can come back into the same industry. It is a very dangerous situation, and it hasn't been, I think, fully explained, ventilated to us as a Congress representative, I think. So we are still having more questions now than answers and more concerns.
Are you able to say what's been by now the breakdown of support within the NTUCB or those who are opposed to the buyout? Because I know it wasn't a unanimous vote.
We have not, because we have already given a mandate as to how we will go about the opposition, we cannot go to another vote. But what we're having is more engagement by members, and not just the members of the Congress, but by general membership of all unions. We're having more engagement and also more participation. But we will not take another poll. What we have on our Facebook page is a poll for all citizens of Wisconsin. And we've been trying very hard to get it out there. Up to now, we have over 600 persons within that poll, and our our WhatsApp channel, PCP WhatsApp channel. Over 600 plus or 700 persons have voted, and 97% of those persons have voted no. And it's because we have been sharing information, we're not doing it blindly. So just that small volume, there's a small volume compared to the amount of persons in this country. But that small volume reflects the very serious it's time for that position. 91% has voted no.
That was originally at 99%. It dropped down by 2 points.
Yes. Well, I can't really. Sorry. Yes, it didn't get a 99% when it was only shared within the Congress.
Okay.
But when it went out in the public,
Right.
yes. And that is democratic process. You know, the persons will vote yes because they may have different interests. When it comes, remember there are small stakeholders in detail as well. So persons will vote for a feel. But the obvious fact is 97% of those close to 700% have voted.
The PCP yesterday told us that because it's the purchase of shares, there's no process designated in law as to what they must do. So I guess they are deciding on their own how they will treat this application. Do you expect that there should be a public consultation by the PUC?
The public consultation by BTL and the PUC, and especially yes, by the PUC, because they are the ones who protect us as consumers. They are the regulators. They protect us as consumers to ensure that nobody takes advantage of us. Advantage of the little money that person who works at a store, that person who does domestic work is not taking advantage of. So they are supposed to protect those people, not just the business entity, not just the business entities who deal with it, especially.
Now you have requested from the SSB, the board of directors, for them to state their decision publicly. Do you expect they will do that?
We hope and we encourage them to do that. Simply because, again, it is the workers' money that is contributed by law to social security. And the employers as well. We have to remember it's not only employees, but employers' money for the benefit of workers, right? So we are hopeful, we strongly encourage them. I as an employer, also encourage them. We have members who are part of that as well. And we have members who are with that position. So we strongly encourage them to share the information because that is a publication they should have as the person who can trust them.
Ms. Ella, I know that it's difficult to organize and to get people out. Do you consider that the NTUCB will be able to keep up the momentum? That's one, and two. Are you satisfied? Oh wow, something happening over this side. Hold on. Are you they're trying to create this is the front of a meeting. Their health side of this is the gentleman who runs the live independently around the world who are the police. So have been able to stop that, but they're still trying. Like okay, there we have. The more people are moving, in this case, it's just as you can see here, it's a road in front of the parking of there is a different time that is associated by court of the It was forced from in front of the Eastern Division. Right. Here, they are going to bring a little bit of order with the young lady. Some tense moments for sure out here. Yeah, more people have swelled up this side. And they're trying to free a man. They proceed for the The same thing happened the last time when the lead communication from union went out to protest in front of BPL, their shutters were engaged because they have their glass windows, and so in preparation of anything that may get out of hand today, this is how the Social Security Board office looks this morning. I don't know, guys, if you can hear me, if there's anything you want to ask at this point. Hold on.
The crowd
Can
side.
you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Is there anything you want to ask?
What is the crowd size?
I was asking about the crowd size as well.
Okay, yeah. The police normally are the ones who give up number, but my estimation is about 300. It's interesting if you can see all the way by past that yellow sign, you actually have Alexander. Let me see if I can zoom in. Alexander is out here with his painting this morning.
Yeah, Mar, are you hearing me? Not sure if she's a little interruption in the signal. Welcome to the mornings too, by the way, folks. Steve the Groove, Lisa Love, and myself.
And it's not the entire crowd that's out here that's trying to push through, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe like 15, but obviously if some big pass, then you would have others who would try to surge to the console. But because of those shutters, I don't know that they would be able to do any damage. Unlike the last time when the shutters at BTL on Tuesday were not out on those windows. So today is different, and I'm sure that management of the you're able to have that let me see. I know that the honorable consultant had indicated to me that they intend to stay out here up until midday. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know, guys, if you have any other questions for me.
Yeah, Mar, you hearing me?
I'm hearing you perfectly well.
Yeah, we had a little break in the audio, so we were kind of lost as to what was happening when the police were pushing back. What was trying to happen there?
So you have several people who are trying to push through, and among them you have through Timberlake former senator. You have other members from the group of demonstrators out here who are trying to push through. Right now, they're pulling back, which is good for the police in order to maintain some level of order out here. They're moving away from the barricade, if you can see there. We mark Sang, Honorable, and Mesopotamian area representative being the last to pull back. So there were several people who were trying to push past the police. I think the fact that this black vehicle was there, because that's the area where the demonstrators surged onto first. So the fact that that vehicle was there helped the police to be able to keep back the demonstrators. They made it pass from that vehicle just a few feet up until the barrier there that the police have in front of the parking for members who come to the Social Security Board office. So fortunately, the police are sufficient out here. They were able to keep them back, and that's what happened. Now they have gone back onto the street side. So there was a moment of tension there in this morning's demonstration, guys.
All right.
Are there more officers out there today than there were the other day?
Definitely. When I was coming onto the location of the demonstration from the side of St. Thomas Street, you have a barricade there. So vehicles are not being allowed to come onto the Princess Margaret Drive from that end. And there were probably like 3 or 4 police officers there. Then you had officers lined along the edge of the compound for Social Security Board coming onto Princess Margaret Drive. You see those who are out front here, almost close to the street side. And then you have this good number of officers here who are standing by that barrier that they created to try to keep some order here. I'm not sure what they're telling me, Mark Chang here. Yeah. Someone else is trying to confront again. Yeah, so definitely a larger number of police officers out here than there were at the Tuesday demonstration in front of Belize Telemedia Limited. And it's going to be interesting. I think the momentum is building because on Friday there's going to be another House meeting, and this one, actually the one on Monday was a joint sitting of Parliament with the Senate, but Friday's meeting is going to be the first working meeting of the House of Representatives for 2026. So we expect that there will be demonstrators from the National Trade Union Congress of Belize and their member unions, 11 of them, and we expect that the United Democratic Party also is going to be out there demonstrating. So might this be previews of coming attractions? I don't know. The United Democratic Party leader, Honorable Tracy Panton, has said that they are doing this in phases. This is step 2 of that, right? So we shall see.
So Marisol, I heard something that I didn't know before. I thought that this $80 million was going to come with the license and everything. What I heard was that the $80 million would be for like the shares and the license would not be included. That doesn't make any sense.
So let me share a little bit of what was said by the Public Utilities Commission officers yesterday, but they're getting the floor. So let me get into that interview.
A special t-shirt for all of us today. PSWT. I brought this up deliberately today because I want that independent board of directors to understand that this organization has 794,000 shares. I have family members who own shares of shares. So we are smart. This is the largest singular minority shareholder. And so I want Mr. Hughes to know, you need to speak to the relevant authority before you pass the vote, sir. Your place there by minority shareholder. And so this is deliberate today. Where the PSU is concerned, the PSU is an affiliate of the PSWT. So we have one statement at this, so here, the PSU will now need to reconsider its position and its agitation in this matter because the dividends that the trust would normally get does directly affect the people that I represent. And so we have a stake in this. Like I said, we're not there yet in terms of our agitation, but I will defer to Madam President of the BNQ to speak a little bit more on that matter, no?
Yes, Madam President.
Let me switch over.
Where is the BNQ's? Go ahead, Marisol.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, if you notice, the BNQ made its first step today. The concerned management came out. We're here representing. Tonight we consult with our wider membership because what we do first is that we educate our membership and then we provide them with a poll for them to vote. And it's from there we will know now if the BNQ will be participating fully. As when it comes to industrial action, the membership must give us the mandate.
Right, you all had a meeting this morning virtual, right?
No, we met yesterday virtually.
Okay.
Tonight we're meeting virtually with the membership. And then from there they vote. They give us the mandate.
Okay.
So that's how we operate. Now, as it pertains to the public sector where must trust, that is an area that the BNQ is also paying keen attention to. Because I sit there as a trustee, and I know that we are the largest small shareholder. We are. But we have not been hearing anything as it pertains to our involvement from that perspective. So every angle that we need to step up to make it known that right now we are not in agreement with what's happening. And the reason why I keep on saying right now, because we're demanding greater consultation, we're demanding information, we need these things. We need these things for us to make a well-informed decision. So it's no until we see those things.
The BNTU at the vote of the NTUCB voted against this.
Yeah, we voted no to acquisition because we don't have information. Have you ever paid attention to history? Every single time Brother Ashcroft is involved with something, there's a non-disclosure agreement, non-disclosure agreement, non-disclosure agreement. Every single time. And why is that? Why do we always have to go that road? Now the Belizean people are not happy. And it is our money. It is our money. And we need answers.
You expect that the SSB is going to disclose its decision?
They must. They represent us. Even though we don't have a say in the deduction, because it comes up before we see our salaries, it is still our contribution. And if it's our contribution, we need to ensure that whatever they do is in the best interest of the people they represent.
Is this reminiscent of what happened in 2004, 2005 to you?
Girl, I must say it is. Because I got tear gassed. I was out there in Bamapan every single day. It is. And it's sad. It is sad that they have not taken heed. It is sad. So it is very important for them to understand the importance of consultation. Because we need to consult, they need to share. We need to dialogue because that's how we begin. So we're looking forward to BTL, SSB, and GOB to do the right thing.
So you think the much younger, or he was much younger, but you think Mr. Briceño, who I would want to think is a younger, more enlightened man, is following in the footsteps of Said Musa?
Well, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Let's wait.
I got you.
That was wrong, Mr. Nadia. Now, I have to ask you, we know that we see that the UDP supporters a while ago, they were a little bit more louder and
more aggressive,
aggressive as opposed to the unions. But do you still feel, despite not being as aggressive as they were, that your message is getting across?
Our presence, the BNP presence, means a lot. And when I stand, I don't want to represent the ADM or economics. I represent over 4,000 educators in this country. And to ensure that we have that full mandate, we meet with our membership tonight. And after that, we give them a call to vote. Then we will know our full involvement. Right now, it's representation. And when we get our members involved, it's called participation.
We see brothers and sisters from the other unions are out here as well. What does this mean for the unions, not just the BNTU, but all the unions?
It's a clear indication that workers of this country are not in agreement with what is happening. We demand better consultation. We want answers. That's what it means for all the unions. And what it means for GFB, BTL, and SSB is that they need to pay keen attention. They need to pay keen attention. Earlier I was asked if I think that this is a repeat of 2005. And I can actually see certain things happening again the same way. Now that the Utilities Commission has stepped in, they need to ensure that they do the right thing. Because if they don't do the right thing, we will end up back just like 2005. But everybody needs to play its role. You see, one of the things that bothers me as a Belizean is the fact that we play politics with everything. And this red and blue will not get us anywhere, and I'm serious about that. This is the Belizean money, and I keep saying this when I enter a store, nobody wants to live from PP or UDP. They want to ensure that I have the dollar. And so this is our money at stake. Now I'm looking at my grandchildren too. They will have to pay for something that they did not contribute towards at all. We have to make the right decisions. And you asked me about being aggressive. Aggression has its place and its time. Right now for us, it's our physical presence. And we always make that our priority. But who knows what will happen in the future?
What do you say though to the regulator and the Prime Minister and BTL who are all, well, the regulators do that, but the others have said it's a business decision?
I don't agree that it's totally a business decision. Let's look at who's financing them. Who? Who are the owners of BTL? Where did the government get the money from to acquire BTL? Whereas SSB getting the money from to purchase those shares if they know it will go beyond what they have right now. So tell me, who? It's the people. And not because they represent us, they have the right to make every single decision the way they feel. We are telling them this is one that we don't agree with, and we don't agree with it. Give us the figures. Give us the documents that we're asking for. Then let us know if we're making the right decision, or if they are making the right decision. You can't just tell us it's a good deal and you're not showing us anything. No, man. It's like Columbus. I always say that when we reach land. Soon. Soon. When is soon? And those people travel for almost 3 months. No. We need the black and white, and then we can make a well-informed decision from there.
How do you view BTL last night saying that they are launching an education campaign nationwide?
Well, it is clear that they are hell-bent on going forward and they want to do their part, but we are also launching our education campaign through a membership because we need to ensure that they're well-informed.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the stew, there you had it. And I think I am going to end my coverage for now.
Marisol, let me ask you a question, right? The one thing I haven't heard nobody ask yet, basically, this $80 million, right? Has anybody thought about if we would spend $80 million on technology instead of buying a company?
Steve, can you hold that question? I'm going to do an interview. I'm going to do an interview with Ashley Langsford. She is the youth voice.
Very good.
Yeah, she represents the youth voice for the NTUCB first time. All right. Just hold. I'm trying to ensure that I'm covering all my bases here. All right. So we're going. Ashley, can you tell us why it was important for you to be out here today, and did you bring out other youth out here? Do you find that they are interested in this that's happening now?
Like I said, it's much important that our young people know what's going on in our country. As you can see, clearly it's a monopoly happening in our country right now, and that's something to look at as young persons. We use the internet, social media a lot right now. So every day young people use TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Those are things that affect telecommunication. I think that's something that's critical right now. Young people should watch, and I'm encouraging young people to pay keen attention to that. And also look at our shares. Most of the shares is from SSB. I'm protesting right now with SSB to tell them, hey, but no matter how the process, they have something wrong right now. And young persons have a stake at this right now. Like I say, it's not the we're not only the future, but we are the now, and we need to do something at this moment. It's very critical. We need to keep paying attention to this right now. So I'm encouraging all youth organizations, student unions, student governments to come out here and show the support of our unions right now. The unions that are fighting for us, and not only us, but the future of this country and the now of this country right now, because the persons are the now of this country. So we need to come out, show ourselves, show that we're not happy with this disagreement, and also be educated about what's going on, because yes, there is the interest that there is a talk, but there needs to be more talks on this on social media right now.
All right, thank you so much. We're gonna move over to the other side because things are fluid out here, and we see that they are trying to another crowd is trying to make their way back out to the front. So we're going to keep having this apparently. As they are moving forward, the police are doing their job and moving forward as well. All right, let me see if I can raise up here and show you a little bit. What has happened is that another crowd, including the leader of the United Democratic Party, they walked up to the front, the rope barrier that the police have set out here in front of the parking lot. And obviously it's a sign that they want to get through, but the police equally doing their job and moving, being very attentive and observant to ensure that no one gets through past that barrier. It's another tense moment building here, but it seems that everyone is standing their ground right now.
You're watching live coverage of the demonstration out in front of the SSB, and our news editor Marisol Maya is out there giving us play-by-play. This is the morning stew.
It seems that whenever she gets close to that area, the volume kicks out. What is that?
Yeah,
audio goes in and out.
Yeah.
You know what? The one thing that I haven't heard anybody speak about. Mm-hmm. Instead of buying a company like Smart, because we say we're trying to shore up our defenses for when we get bigger competitors, I don't want somebody to say, all right, by acquiring Smart, this is how we're preparing for that. And then I want somebody else say yes, but if you spent this $80 million
that has been said. That has been said. Dean Flores said that. That was said in many different quarters as
really, and they don't
as a rational opposition to what's happening.
Yeah, because $80 million, I think, would buy enough technology.
I think that was the first thing that was said when this thing came out.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not a good move, and I think that you don't have to be a economic wizard. It's just not a good move. Anybody could say it's not.
I think her audio is trying to kick back in.
Good night. All right, which person am I got? You know.
Yeah, again, guys, you're locked into XTV and Creme Radio. As Groove said, you know, the news editor Marisol is on the scene.
They're moving to the street now. You see Juliet Timbrell behind the leader of the opposition there. So they tried to get through the road barrier in another location, but again they were unsuccessful. This is about the second time that they've tried to get past the police, but police are insufficient enough.
That's why they detain Yellow Man.
Huh?
That's why they detain Yellow Man, because Yellow Man may not get through.
You know, I do not know. The person who pushed past you was there first, that ever Yellow Man. Somebody else, that the one who is surge past.
Okay.
Give me a second here, though, I got sent up by ants.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I need to try make sure I get some These are the this is how it is being out in the field.
That's right. Have to carry some fly spray with you sometime.
Why would the ants for ants to bite me? Oh my lord, yeah. You need to go change that wrong food.
Oh no.
No, another reporter, her shoe has come undone.
Wow.
Marisol,
did we wear the wrong shoe? Get me.
This is a much bigger crowd than last time, right?
Yes, I'm telling you that it's about I believe like 150 more.
So does
this crowd is more active?
Yeah, does it look like UDP is getting their pull back together? Does it look like they can call out a crowd if they need to?
Well, the you know what? You need to ask for re-listen the message because what they listen, they have this look phenomenal, right? So, this comparison, well, we're going to see what's going to happen on Friday, right? But
do you believe there's going to
I know, I always says it's not about the skirts. You always have the one person, right?
Yeah.
But those in government, that's what they listen to. So they are proud comparison to us, Steve.
Do you see like one Lee rift developing in GOB because there's a vocal set that's against this thing going the way it is?
You know, I really don't know what it's about. I broke into the trail because if I were in government, you know, yesterday, who was it? It was the Honorable Glenfield Bennett who asked, or said, really and truly, we don't know what people would think, what's going on in their head. Because the proponents of this deal, so much people are against it. What else do you want to see? What else do you need to see? Now tell me that this is just a business decision, right? Because a lot of the people money invested in a BTL, and if it is that's going to sink or things are going to go wrong with it, then our money. And in the case of the SSB, well, they own the next large amount of shareholding in a BTL. So the people would stand to lose if something happens, if something goes wrong with BTL on almost all ends. You do have the small shareholding, about I think like 14% or so. So this is what people are starting to question. I'm sure they've been questioning in private. What are the things? The people say no. What are the things? So just a few are going to benefit, and we've been hearing different. I think it was the police communication workers for justice group who had said we're going to have a press conference to show you why this will only benefit few people, right? And among those few people, we have the Prime Minister's relatives, one of them the brother, and I believe the other one is the cousin, Renan Briseño. Those were named and figures disclosed by Ashcroft, who has a vested interest, even though he is saying that it's one of the Ashcroft Group trusts that have the ownership in SpeedNet, right? But Belize has had problems with trust before. We have problems with trust because they've not been transparent. They've not shown the people where it is that those trusts are beneficial for the people of Belize that they say they would be, right?
Yeah.
That's the problem that they're having.
So what did you hear?
Relatives who have that shareholding in Smart, the reported they stand to benefit by 18 million. So 18 million make you axo, right?
Well,
those are the questions.
Lee-Mark said that he believed that the PM should have recused himself. He called out nepotism. I never heard I never heard Hugo Pat talk so much, in a good while. But what have you been hearing about the license? The company would be able to keep their telecommunication license?
Yeah, I need to repeat yeah, they're trying to come ahead again. If you notice there, a demonstrator, he put back. Be a problem. So let's they're pushing. I had to get over a little bit. And there's a hedge of plant on this side, so yeah, I get scratched out. We're still trying to get over here. They have not relented, the crowd of demonstrators.
I hope that you're in a safe position where you wouldn't be trampled if the crowd moves. Look like they're getting a little agitated out there, Miss Love.
Right.
Well, they said that they're gonna leave around 12. So
midday.
Yeah, they got less than an hour if they want to make a move. I think they want to make a point again that they could get to the building if they wanted to.
Right.
Because they're actively trying to move in.
Yeah, they've been making attempts to do so.
Yeah. Kudos to the police for keeping the crowd at bay. Yeah.
I know this is not our editor's first rodeo, but we still want her to be safe out there.
Yes, be careful, Marisol. Climb up on a sycamore tree or something.
I don't know if there's a sycamore tree out there, but yeah.
I don't want nobody to shove down for we news at the time. Yeah, but so far this morning on the Morning Stew, our news editor spoke to Hugo Pat, to Lee Mark Chang. She also spoke to Dr. Omar Figueroa, to Miss Ella Tracy Tager Panton.
If you're just joining us, we are covering our editor, and we are at our respective places, a demonstration in front of SSB in Belize City on Princess Margaret Drive.
Exactly, democracy at work. And again, it's not only the UDP, there's a couple of different organizations out there and representatives, because this is something that affects the whole country.
Of course.
And we don't know if it's just an ideological difference or if it's actually a principled financial difference that people see. Because a lot of times you don't know when people are repeating what the politicians say, if it's because they really believe it, or if it's because that's the line they're towing. But at the bottom of my gut feeling, I just don't think that a monopoly is good in any business. It kills competition. Yeah, Yeah.
Well, people are gathered, as we said, on Princess Margaret Drive, in front of SSB.
Yeah.
In Belize City.
Yeah. And this is not a PUP or UDP.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Affect everybody. It's going to affect everybody. So when you're making these decisions, you not think about party. Think about how it's going to affect you. Think about if your kids are going to be end up paying for this this bailout, because this basically appears to be a bailout, not a buyout, a bailout.
Right. Our editor also told us, because we asked about the crowd, there's much more people out there than at the previous demonstration last week. Also, much more police officers are there as well.
Pick up $80 million. I would have looked into.
Interesting. Obviously, the police are not buying the story, right? See, she has a placard, and she's saying that she's trying to get to the SSB. Wow.
You got it. Any way you can, you try.
Sorry, bring down the phone back. I don't know if I'm going to just so.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so the demonstrators are pulling back now. As I was saying, this is the third time I have pulled up guns to hedge their plan in front of SSB. Thankfully, the police allowed me to come back because behind the rope, I literally live behind the rope right now, and that's because they were pushing, the demonstrators were pushing people into this hedge of plants that's here. Okay, I could come back out, please. Thank you. The camera moved people.
Yeah.
All right, we got it. Yeah. I must say this is very different from previous times when we have demonstrated. Sorry, when we've covered demonstrations. Let me correct myself. Yeah.
In what way?
Well, in the past, there has been different leadership of the police department, and they have different strategies of how they handle crowds, of how they handle demonstrations, and you will recall the incident on Tower Hill, and that's not the only one. There have been so many other areas and instances when they've chosen to be more confrontational. They're interviewing the NTUCB.
Authoritarian regimes love when you don't have media action. So you have to be very cautious of the dangers that can come. I don't know how to say it any softer because like I said yesterday, you just need one person with evil intent one time. That is too risky for a country as small as Belize. You understand? Like, we thrive on freedom from Lower Penn slant, from Channel 7 slant. But from Channel 5's perspective, you can, XTV represents the people that where they live. You understand? If you're back at the sequence, you get one story that has a certain slant that is more relatable to poor black people. And that is what we need to keep moving this country forward. Any attempt to put telecoms and internet is better because none of us exist without internet access. We did do this now through internet access. Like, let's be very clear. The people of Belize in Corozal and PG can hear me speaking now because of internet. And I sure all of have redundant internet in case DigiDrop, in case Smart Drop. Imagine you only have one. And then now this is just shut off. Then you just have to wait till the news. There was a time when news was only given once a week, you know. You have to wait till the periodical, and then only the people in the village will come and read it, you know.
Dark days, no?
The dark days we gone past that. We can't risk going back anything similar to that. You know, and so from the freedom of expression standpoint, I do. I know to get into the merits and the merits of profitability and none, right? I said yesterday, any monopoly was profitable, brother. Any industry can tacos, you're the only man to sell tacos, you want to sell all the tacos. You understand? So I'm going to get into that. That's too dangerous. That's why I do.
And do you think that the numbers here are able to send the message that needs to be delivered?
That is properly a question for the government.
What do you make of the...
So I actually have a day job. So I didn't get out there early. I hear the arrest yellow mark.
Did you take yes for being a member of a gang?
Oh wow.
So
Interesting.
Senator, yesterday the Public Utilities Commission held they took questions from the media after you all held your press conference, and they stated that there's no process in law regarding what they should do when there's an application for the sale of shares. Not anything to do with license, merger, transfer, whatever, but shares. What do you make of that?
Listen, I alluded to the fact that if I was a sinister politician, I would sell the assets of Smart but retain the license and then link with Elon Musk to compete directly with BL after the fact, you know. Nobody talk about not doing non-compete. And I want to be, listen, because we don't know what is being agreed, you are left to speculate. And you're speculating based on the decisions that they have made publicly. Any right-minded thinking person who rejected the fact that we're not going to try buy cable company in a this day and age would think, then I can't understand all of the thing. So then you have to, it's reasonable to assume that then people want to think foolishness and not look out for the best interest of beliefs going forward. That's a reasonable assumption, and I can't assume me to say that. That's not defamatory. But could be very clear if I say I think they're not to think straight, that's a fair comment.
Senator, have you researched the way that Starlink operates though? When you talk about Elon Musk, they're not into sharing no pie.
I understand that, right? I understand that, but political games are real. Elon Musk wants to come in. If the powerful people in the country are able to stop him from coming in, then they will create a situation where he has to work with them.
I don't know what happened. Let's go see what's happening. I don't know that beauty feelers, but let's go see what's happening over the side. And what they are leaving from the area or what. Vehicles are having difficulties passing, but they're passing. Oh, they're saying they're gonna go and block the bridge. That's what I'm hearing here. Wow. Yeah, that's it. The same people. They're saying they're gonna go and block the bridge. And then why people
You still have original safe for all and crowd, you know.
I'm not sure what the police are going to do about this because they have everybody concentrated out the they have everybody concentrated out the SSB. I don't know what they want to do, if they could send anybody out there in
You gotta get some mobile and block them right there before they get to the roundabout.
Well, there were black traffic anyway. They done the black traffic coming up this way because no one can come up since then they walk on the road. Slow down a little bit. Let's see. I want to stand up here and wait. Because it's going to be interesting to see how they surge onto the highway.
Well, this is democracy at work.
The roundabout.
Yeah. This is democracy at work in beautiful Belize.
At this very moment, there's actually no traffic on the roundabout. So, yep. They're going to the bridge, so.
Please be careful.
Jolie's, remember what James Brown said, right? Take it to the bridge.
Take it to the bridge.
Yeah. Well, the crowd, they
get up off of that thing.
Yeah, the crowd still look relatively peaceful and organized.
We see some vehicles now. Yeah.
The good thing is they in a shape, Marisol. The good thing is they in a shape.
You see, I hear a mobile somewhere back there.
But I think that they done pass the era when they could have done. You can't contain them at that point now because you're still going to be blocking the bridge.
They're coming late.
Yeah.
Well, they've effectively now blocked off traffic because nobody come out.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at history in the making, news in the making, actually.
Does it happen?
Yeah, protesters started out in front of SSB.
And the police officers out there, it's only one at the police booth on Belcan. They won't be able to do anything. As a matter of fact, they're able to do anything now unless the police come from another area. And even then, I don't know what they will do.
Everybody license. Check everybody license.
The board and hard police officer going to take his moving off box.
You see, the thing is, at that point where they're already blocking traffic coming off the Philip Golson Highway.
Right.
That crowd would have been needed to be contained on the next side of that roundabout because at this point now, whatever happens, the main arteries are now blocked.
This is a bridge where they've burned tires in the past, but I don't think they want to pair to that today.
No, man, it's a
turn, right?
Yeah, I think that this was a spontaneous move, right?
I think so, right there.
This wasn't
We're
something
on to the
that was
bridge now. I'm gonna stand here. And they made their way here.
What? He just made it. Marisol, you got to be careful, because they arrested Don Lemon for going into a church. They say he was a part of the protest.
So who's leading the pack, Marisol? Who is heading this demonstration to the bridge?
This is the UDP.
Yeah, I see red. There's a lot of red.
This is the UDP. They've done this dance before,
To block off the whole bridge.
yeah.
This bridge was unstable.
Well, that's the point we were making earlier. They said that this bridge isn't that safe. I wouldn't want to be standing up on the bridge or anything like that with all these people.
Be careful out there, Mar.
That's right. You're listening to the Morning Stew. I want to say good morning to Ram and all our callers that's been calling in. Yes, this is the Morning Stew. We're bringing to you live coverage.
XTV was trying to turn around. The people in tune don't listen to the stew because people are trying to turn around immediately all the way back there. As you can see that big blue truck. Try to turn around one vehicle, done the next one to reverse because
no passing.
Then you have the big truck that met them first, trying to reverse, but I don't know what's happening going.
They're supposed to block traffic at the roundabout on Magazine Road. They should divert traffic from Magazine Road, being a former traffic cop myself for like 20 minutes.
Passenger bus here. Philip. I think that turn block. People still trying to turn around.
Marisol, if you see what Jack's supposed to, you could get me food off I ate because we dip on that.
I think their intention is to stay here. Do you know how the police would move all these people from here? They're stopped. They're stopped in a sense. So the whole that's not a move. I expect the people start to sit on the street.
You see, this is where protests sometimes lose their supporters, you know, Marisol.
Very true.
Yeah, because, you know, if you know they're in a spot, you go around that spot, but now they're interrupting it, the flow of traffic and the flow of people's lives now, and people get agitated.
Right.
People could be having emergencies and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Well, depending on how long this goes, the next move you'll see is the relevant police arm.
Remember they said about midday?
Yeah, they said me going until about lunchtime, and I think about
Well, this is past legal protest now. They're blocking a bridge.
They're blocking a bridge, yeah.
So, the next move you'll probably see is police, relevant arm, which would be riot people, come out. And depending on how far they go, you might start to see tear gas and things like that to disperse.
Yeah, pepper spray and what have you.
The next move.
Yo, Lise.
We don't want that, but
Lise, I've heard about the GI3 and different branch of the. I never heard about the relevant arm. That's a new
the
branch.
relevant arm. I mean, right? Whatever unit.
Oh.
Yeah, you know how it is. We've seen this
exactly.
before.
You know what he's saying.
Now, well, let's hope it doesn't get to that point.
Well, that's where that is where it will go.
But the way how this is looking.
Well, the fact that
go that way.
Yeah, I believe what the police want to do. We'll probably get until about 12 o'clock. When they said that, because they said it's going to be over at about 12. So at 12 o'clock, that's going to give everybody, the protesters are making their point now. And I think that a good compromise would be if the police telling, all right, 12 o'clock, going to get out of here, everybody going to get.
Well, this is what
what I would not want is their right to be
Depending on
wrong.
how this continues, this is what I'm saying.
But in a motorcycle to try and get through. People in motorcycle stop here.
That's not a good move for a motorcycle trying to move in at this point. When you see that, you try to turn around and go around. But again, people have to be careful about, you know, taking your right and make wrong. Stuff like that. Pretty good.
No, you know with the daily. I go Barara.
What?
But so Groove, Lise, one thing you could say that the opposition has pulled itself together of sorts.
Yeah.
Enough to make a presence to do this. So
Two times.
that part, right? That part. I'm not saying we agree or disagree. We're just saying, well, this leadership has. So yeah.
But again, you see something. Again, this is, you have to weigh this very, very carefully, because you know, people, the majority of people are with them right now. But no, the way how people feel is, are they with you, but I'm getting them in space.
Until this bridge and check time to see how long they stay active.
So they gone?
No, I'm saying the owner needs to keep watch the time. I don't know how long.
19 minutes.
Like 5 minutes.
5 minutes, yeah.
5 minutes.
It's 19 minutes to midday.
How many?
Yeah.
19 minutes to midday.
19. All right. So let's go today. Get your quarter to 12.
Yes.
So we have to how long they stay up here, and right now they're just standing and chanting free yellow man. No means no. They have their police flag, the UDP flag, their banners. What I can tell you, remember that members of the NTUCB, the unions, came out to demonstrate in front of the FSB. They have not walked up here along with the UDP demonstrators, and of course you heard Media Alice, president of the BNCU, say there's a time to balance. So they have chosen not to come up here with the UDP demonstrators. We see a coach bus, traffic block, traffic the flow only pan round the roundabout, the flag roundabout, onto Freetown. I know I said it out loud, right? But they could have been strategic and blocked more sections, but they've not done that. So traffic is free.
Very good, very good.
Traffic is clear the flow on Freetown. Roundabout, but no bill concern. If they come into the city, matter of fact, I know that some people would probably decide just to completely not venture into the city right now, I'm sure.
So you stay off of Milken.
I think this one send the message to the PM, send the message to BTL. 80 million people.
Regardless of how you view the move, it is a move. And another move since last week.
Let's see if they're going to. No, the same thing they're saying. What you're asking.
The police. Come on.
And you are knowing what she said or so long they will fail.
Well, the plan always to block the bridge. Block the bridge.
Leader, are you concerned about the police who are on their way?
Get ready for this. Make that phone.
The demand is for yellow to be free.
We be ready for that next day come.
That's what was said.
I mean, yeah.
And that's what the SFB is going to do. If they even still met at this point.
There's a lot of adrenaline, I think, running right now, and cooler heads would need to prevail because I believe situations like this could escalate very, very easily.
Oh yeah.
Could escalate very easily.
Oh yeah.
That was not a great statement. Let them come. We ready for them. Could have said a lot of other things, you know.
That's militancy, Steve.
Yes, exactly. But
the militancy only come up because they got for yellow man. That's why the militancy come out. They know very well what they're going to do. That's why the militancy come out. Whenever I get as militant, if they never got a lock up yellow man. None of that never gets fair. That intimidation tactics.
Well, I hear that. I hear what the gentleman is saying. I understand what the gentleman is saying.
All right. This is what happens. I mean, you do not want civil disobedience, right? But when your leadership does not listen, what resort does the people have? People have taken charges for things like these. They,
Yeah.
in other places, people have died for such causes, right?
Yeah.
We hope that the government will listen to the people. We see one police officer now here. I'm not sure if it's uno tell me the GI3.
No, Sam.
He tells me no, because they change up positions too much that they send them over a different branch that I don't know. But we see one high-ranking officer who's made his way onto the bridge, and I guess that they communicate and see how they want to address this, because blocking a highway, it's a road, a thoroughfare, that's a charge. But they happen, yeah. Then I bring bucket and they keep it up. Yeah. The union, that is the union stand, that we will not be moved.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Bucket out here. I believe.
it really, whatever side of this topic that you're on, really good to see.
Yeah, we are going to stay over.
Yeah. Let's see. She said a bucket of fees and they're going
And
people on the bike, the park.
On the bridge?
Oh yeah, you no.
You want water?
You have more? Why this? Then water. I'm going to water. The whole day.
Sure. Who sent the water?
I don't know. We're going to go see. They said I got a truck with water, but
What?
I don't know.
That's very good. You see, there's a certain amount of organization going on. The organizers need to look at this and say, all right, 12 o'clock, let's go break this up.
They need to go. Leave it to water, peoples. All right, ask stand up here. I think our reinforcement sunblock. Ask me whatever ask me, because we're live how long now?
So now they've been on the bridge. Let me see. How long, Lise?
About 10 minutes.
About 10 minutes.
10, yeah.
About 10.
Are they and they are directly on the bridge?
Yes, they are. Yes,
there's people on the approach to the bridge, on the bridge, and on the
on
off
part
ramp
of
to
the
the
bridge.
bridge. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, part of the bridge, and then on both ends.
Yeah.
And no sight of the police. It's going to be very interesting when the police makes its way here, because their intention obviously is going to be to arrest, detain, and try to have the free flow of traffic.
And this is where you hope that the leaders, Tracy and Hugo and all of them, are talking to the crowd or whoever and telling them, look, we are there. When you see the policemen, they come, we're going to disperse. Because you don't want to make this get any, you don't want to take this to the next level. I think so far.
I don't know that is going to happen. You hope that will happen, but I don't know that is going to happen.
Yeah. Well, sometimes in battle, and say when you have your opponent down, you finish it.
I just put on a whole lot.
You got to think positive,
I
Marisol.
don't like yeah today, guys. I really don't like yeah today. Yeah, I tell you everything when it happened.
Well, that we want to know that
right now, right now I apply sunblock.
Sure.
Because yeah.
What pH? There you are.
Not as some other days, right? But as much as we can help it.
The purple look very nice on you, and it shows that you're not either on either side, not the red nor the blue.
Yeah, we're floral today.
Yes, floral purple. You drink any chai tea?
I wish. Been a bit that I've been wanting a chai.
Yeah. And the weather, believe it or not.
Yesterday, but
yeah. The weather is beautiful for protesting. Now, so the weather is a beautiful day for protesting.
Thank goodness, because it's not raining.
Yeah.
If it had been raining, it would have been a different story.
It is not
thankfully.
too hot.
Thankfully, yeah. Agreed.
Well.
Agreed. So today is what, Wednesday? I'm imagining that the Prime Minister is preparing for the House meeting on Friday. But obviously this is all over social media, so you expect that they would be tuned in, seeing everything that's happening, right? So,
is the Guyanese president still here?
No. He left on the 3rd.
He left. Yeah, he left.
Oh, well, I hope you know they watch
left
TV.
On the 3rd. That was a 3-day visit.
Yes. He was on Guyana Force One. Did you see it, please?
People is coming from this end.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You know, that right there.
Police make it pass?
Yeah, I have to make it pass. Make it pass.
Is that the one who had the water, but I don't know who that person?
Oh, well, yeah, if it's a waterman, they'll let him pass.
It's the one there, right?
you mentioned that you saw a police officer. Is he blocking traffic somewhere?
What is he doing?
The police officer?
Yeah, the one you saw.
No. The name escaped me right now. But I know he was at DH3 at one point. His name escaped me. He was on the other end of the bridge.
Okay.
Just standing on his phone. I imagine communicating with higher up.
It's Sam, isn't it? Sam? Wasn't that Sam?
Somehow with his Sam. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Sam.
Yes, it's Sam. They have to strategize how they will deal with this.
Yeah. I really believe if the police force is listening.
Nice breeze to pass right now.
Yes, protest breeze. I really believe that the policemen are actually waiting until 12.
In the middle of the bridge.
Yeah. I believe the police, they're actually waiting until 12 because police could have been there already.
Command to sell the plum.
Hey, capitalism at work. Protesters get hungry too.
This is the other end of the bridge.
Right.
2 buses, 3 buses. Then they don't look like city buses. Then they look like buses from out district. Yeah, this is the other end of the bridge.
Yeah.
View side.
Yeah, nobody coming. All the traffic going up Freetown Road, it look like.
Yes, traffic still flowing. You know, give people ideas.
Yeah.
Archulate bus all the way that side, having to go another end. That's a bus is about the place.
Yes, people will come from up north. Well, yeah, I hope that Tracy and the powers that be are talking to the people and telling them when the policemen come, let's evacuate. Let's not push it. We already made our point. We've been on the bridge, about 12, 13 minutes so far.
Right.
You know, and they're probably going to give him until 12, a full
until midday, when they said they were going to demonstrate.
Yeah, but you see, people have to look at these things and learn how to play chess. So let's hope that we have a couple of chess players playing.
Yeah, see, obviously everyone wants peace. We don't want anyone to get hurt. That's the police officer for the booth. station at the booth. I don't know if he's I see that's not even correct. I don't know what the rank is anymore. They change every so often and obviously get promotions and they put them in other areas of the department. So I can't say what his rank is, but I don't see him here. Let me see. I don't see him here anymore.
Even if him did it, I don't expect him to do anything on his own.
He came to see the Honorable Tracy Anthony is on the phone with someone. I'm not sure if it's police or who.
Yeah. I think the chess game is being played right now. As for the party bacon suit them, Marisol.
He has been released.
Sorry. Was he charged for anything?
Yeah, yellow. I want you to stay with me today. The sun hot. But I want you to stay with me. 3 yellow man.
Has he been released, Peter?
Yes, he has been released.
Yeah.
When I reach in over. When I reach in over. They came and go on. We're not trust you. Apparently. That's right. Let Yellowman go. When they reach in a taxi, then we are calm down.
There you have it. They are calm, they are leave when Yellowman come.
I don't
He
know.
said they were going to calm down. He did not say they were going to leave.
With police or with Yellowman. I don't know. But they're saying that when they release Yellowman and Yellowman makes his way out here, then they will leave.
Like that started because they are claiming he was a member of a gang or something.
It is being alleged, the company told us that he allegedly was inciting violence through text messages for today's protest.
That's
You don't know if he has been charged.
no, we don't know, but he was detained and when the lawyers asked, that was lawyers okay. Because of property.
He's expected to join you any moment now.
So we're waiting to see him arise again.
So you'll stay until he reaches.
For a few minutes.
Here we have it.
Alright. So, the report now is that Yellowman was detained because he was fighting violence. I don't know when I expect on Yellowman come here, right?
I want to know, right. What is he going to do?
Huh?
No, I say I want to know what is he going to do when he gets there.
Everybody win.
Yeah.
Everybody win. When Yellowman come, everybody win. Because the UDP gonna say that we stood our ground and we got Yellowman released. The police is gonna say we negotiated and the people cleared the bridge by 12.
I don't know what I don't know.
Well, it's 12:01 right now.
Oh, I don't know if they're going to wrong about that. I wouldn't make him do.
You see they get down by the bridge, I tell you.
Huh?
Then they get down by the bridge and they made that point. This was well played. This was well played.
And the man is to call it exactly. Oh, wait, hold on. We don't call it yet.
What fire though? Right, you're by Civic. You're by Civic. You're by China. You're by Civic. You're going to wait fire. I will not move to the front.
Either by Civic side, so then it walks for that side now.
Something that the yellow man is at the civic center. The power has been for the
Oh, okay, they're not going all the way there. Oh Lord, sorry for the expletive people. Let's see. Yellow? Yeah, the Honorable Tracy Panton just told the demonstrators that when they see yellow man, then they will leave. So they stop.
Everybody wins. Everybody wins.
Well, we'll keep on being on the steal time, right?
That's true.
Huh?
The only time we could go to 12:30 that when you there. So make we go. Make we continue. Make we continue.
Yeah? We always do.
All right, so all right. Marisol, you hear me? You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, so let's talk about what is clear.
Yeah.
The action or non-action of the police department. Let's speak on that, because clearly there's a lot of leeway that is being given here. There's a lot of
the fact that they have chosen not to send the officers out here on the bridge is what you're saying.
that coupled with the response for the last couple of incidents today and the one last week, showing a lot of restraint on the part of the police. So that has to be spoken about clearly. They've been allowed to be on this bridge for 20 minutes.
Yeah. There is yellow man, people.
No, I'm saying that not to. I'm saying that as we move forward in whatever might be the next move, whatever happens next, that you can't say. And the police never say, well, y'all had on a turn. You understand what I'm saying? Groove, Lise? Here is everybody. Everybody disappeared. So yeah, a great restraint being shown. All right, let's. I know the audio keeps kicking in and out.
Yes,
Wait, what happened to the police?
If not the police, they pick me up and say they hold me for investigation to be member of our gang.
Were you inciting violence through text messages?
Of course not.
That's what the compile told us this morning.
That is absolutely lie. Tell the compile to bring the evidence that I may send any text or anything per Facebook that we want have any kind of violence out there. We was going to be peaceful.
So then had you at Queen Street?
Yes.
You think you were only arrested just to keep you away from this?
That is it. That is it. And we are going to sue the police department.
Are you a member? Have you ever been a member of a gang?
I know, I'm a member of the United Democratic Party.
Excuse me, you are on the police station.
People. They carry yellow man to the crowd now. They go cut the interview shot and say, let's go yellow man. Yellow man.
Bali must be ready to go home, man. That's why.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have to run. I have to run ahead of the thing.
All right. Good thing you're in a shape. Good thing you're in a shape. Yeah, let me tell you something, bro. On a situation like this,
you would hope that the people that are running both sides.
You said he knows how to fight for the rights of the Belizean people.
Yeah, the thing. And, you know, I saw the outcome of this. We called the outcome while it was happening. They were going to let them stay on the bridge until 12. They're going to be talking back and forth. The police are going to come. We didn't think about the Yellow Man side. But everybody won because they came on the bridge chanting free Yellow Man, and they got Yellow Man. Now they're leaving. So the policeman could take credit for saying, we did not use force. We just let the people, you know, have their say and leave. And the political people there say, well, we won because we stood up for Ali. You get that?
Being the leader of the opposition and former Senator Juliet Kimbrell.
We must start what is wrong. And for people in the water, people believe, people believe, we say no, that the Bishop and the People's United Party.
No,
please, no, please, no, please, no.
All right, so they're walking off the bridge now, everyone. At this point, now that Yellow Man has arrived. Okay, I find it interesting, Frisco, indeed, that the police, well, on both ends, because obviously now the leader is sticking to what she committed, that once Yellow Man reached them, they won't move up and they're moving up. But you're right, I don't know if I may hear the full extent of your position or your observations in relation to the policing strategy for these last demonstrations. You were saying that if the police escalate, then they would have been forewarned. I'm not sure, Frisco.
Yeah, I was just saying that, you know, they can't say that there wasn't a level of restraint being shown.
Well, I mean, you never want the police to turn against the people, right? You never want that. So whatever happens down the line, I mean, every situation, every single demonstration different, to be honest.
Right, but as you said, you've seen different, you're feeling the difference because we've had other leadership react very differently.
I'm gonna go see if I can catch them up top for you guys.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
I don't think I'll reach in time.
One of the complaints that some people have had.
One senator.
One of the complaints that some people have had.
And the next side of the bridge anyway.
Okay.
Is that the new commissioner is not as talkative as the old commissioner, and that he does stuff different. So this right here,
you can't expect them to be the same.
Yeah, but this right here might be a welcome change because again,
they're going back to the SSB, but I imagine that they're not going to continue protesting there since the leader had said up until midday they would demonstrate. No, we're meeting traffic now. The one that gets through, the rest don't get through.
Now we want to give props to our news editor for being in such good physical shape. They run up and down about at least 15 miles already in this whole demonstration.
You wait till later.
Yes, cramp up, yes.
Why did I do that?
When the muscle seize up.
Yes.
Why did I do that? Thank you, Mar, of course, always doing a wonderful job.
That's right. And yeah, it's not surprising how this ended. It's not surprising at all. Because this is the way how it should end. it shows that you catch more flies with honey than you can with vinegar.
I think some people would have dispersed already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
And I guess
guess.
you guys are going to wait with me until they get back to the SSB and see if they are going to disperse there.
We know I left you out there by yourself, Marisol.
Tell me again?
So we know I left you out there by yourself.
Good. It's good that we are able to bring this to you live. We're meeting the other side of the roundabout. They're entering that now.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to an extended version of the Morning Stew as we cover the protests going on at the SSB.
Next side block.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Oh, because the other side can't pass. Well, talk to Senator Sheena Pitts right now.
Okay.
UDP Senator. Senator Pitts. Good afternoon. We're live on the Stew. Good afternoon. Do you expect that after today that the government and those in leadership at BTL are going to get the message?
Let me be candid and say this. I can't expect anything from any of them. I can only hope. You can't say or invite me to expect that Lizaraga will have sense and stop masquerade as if though he has. I can't say that. But what I would hope is that the government can see, Lizaraga can see that this is not something he should continue to try to do.
What do you think of the PUC who's saying that one, they must await an updated application from BTL because players have dropped out, the three broadband providers, the smaller ones, and then they're also saying that there's no process in law because what BTL is applying to buy out are just the shares and not anything to do with the license itself.
How did you receive that information?
So what happens with the license?
That is the real question. How did you receive that information considering where we are now? I can say what my position is, but you as an average Belizean, just like me, how did you receive that? How did you really receive that? Let me show you what that is tantamount to. If you remember, the Right Honorable Dean Barrow already foreshadowed that when Johnny Bresenio got into office, what he will do would gut the business of BTL to send to SMART. What did he do? Send every government, ministry, statutory board, everybody to SMART services. So what they are doing now is no different. Another gutting, but amongst the same thing. It has the same effect, the same result. Half of a different color that still was half.
Let me ask in another way. The government should backtrack after all this opposition because it seems it won't end. The people is against it.
I'm glad you said that. It will not end. We will not let up. And a sensible government will respond to the pulse of the people. But then again, we are here. Can we really say Johnny has sense?
Thank you. All right. UDP Senator Sheena Pitts coming to join the demonstration. Just now, they went around, like maybe half of the roundabout. They go on the next side. I don't know if they may intend to go round the roundabout, but it seems that they've probably changed their mind if that's what they were going to do, and now they're going down Princess Margaret, heading to the Social Security Board offices.
Yeah. You know, people exercising their civic rights.
Definitely important. Remember that Honorable Julius S. Papp said precisely that. It shows that our democracy is still strong. People can protest, they can demonstrate, they can express their views in this manner. Today you have the restraint from the police department in trying to maintain control and order today. I don't know, it's a peaceful demonstration except for those moments when they try to break those barriers, right?
I'm sure that you, along with your media colleagues, are gonna press the commissioner about the new strategy when you speak to him again, and give him his props.
He's spoken on it, Steve.
Uh-huh.
He's spoken on it. He said he's played up restraint.
Okay.
That
All right.
he said they did not see the need to escalate on Tuesday, and I'm sure it's the same he's going to say today, that the police officers were able to hold back those demonstrators who were trying to get through that barrier without the need today. They didn't use any tear gas. Last week they did. And I was close enough to see that the officer commanding Eastern Division, he pulled out another can of, I believe it was tear gas, and was handing it over to the police on the front line, and the police told him, no, we don't need it. So he put that back up, right? The police officers who are out here at the Social Security Board compound, they have not gone anywhere. It's already lunchtime. They have not moved. I'm not sure if they've changed of shifts, but this is what their order was for the day, apparently, to guard the Social Security Board compound, and that's what they've done.
You know what's another side to this, Marisol?
Tell me.
You know what's another side that I've been thinking on as a person that plays poker but I haven't played it never? This could have been a move that somebody said, you know what, we need an ace in the hole. Grab Yellow Man. And if things get, or grab somebody. And that's going to be who we negotiate with if things get too long. So I believe the reason why you didn't see any police officers at the bridge was because they knew if it got to that point, they could negotiate by phone.
Right.
You get your people off the bridge. Yeah, I mean, this is how you play chess.
But then that's the reason why they went there.
No,
they said they went there because of the detention of Yellow Man.
Mm-hmm.
So then they wouldn't need to be there if he wasn't detained.
But then they wanted to quell all of that, so grab him.
Yeah. And again, I'm just saying there's many ways you could look at what happened. The way I look at it is the outcome. And the outcome, has been excellent so far. Nobody arrested.
To me, it's like everybody wins.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
So far.
Let's see if it is that the leader will keep to her word that they are only going to be here until midday. It's a little past midday. Yellow Man just get brought out. So we shall see. There you have Alex Tanker. Art is not a crime.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually, I need to go show him this. He is Social Security Board.
I am the Social Security Board.
This is a promo to Alex Tanker, one of the biggest.
Yes.
One of the biggest to ever do it, peoples.
No.
Yeah.
They correct me. Oh, yeah, I like that confidence.
Okay, so listen.
You tell me
the reality is, no, let's go. History is very important. Which artists have ever approached visual art like this? Didn't exist.
Yeah. You're the activism art.
But listen to this now. I have to say this live. Mr. Baraka passed a bridge foot. I see when I did that party piece display the weekend.
Yeah.
The problem where he said after you finish, regardless. I said, well, I never finish until death. He said, okay, when you move on, when God chooses it, bring you home, right? He said, nobody ever pick up where you left off, and he's right. He's right.
Yeah.
Because
let me just show you what he has here. Very detailed.
45 Janko, they were the building for 45 years, something stinking at that building, right? Both political parties had raped this institution in various ways. But now I had to go back to the drawing board, and now it includes SMART, and everybody were involved for this monopoly. Because the reality is, remember we had blackout last night, but we don't have no other option, so we have to, whatever they dish out, yes, brother, whatever they dish out, we have to accept that.
Yeah.
Same thing will happen in the phone company, we don't have choice. No democracy.
All right, good.
Run with no choices.
Thanks, Alex. You got really, really nice. SOS people, that's what he has on his piece there regarding the Social Security Board.
Yes, Sebo Sanka.
Yeah. Mantahira the best.
Sebo Sanka, tell our group say good morning.
I don't left there. We walk back over now to the so we're part there. Tell me, we're alive. Tell me. The police have to you are a former police officer, so when are the push against the police that done no violence? That's not preventing the police officers to do their job. There's no an aggravated assault charge in relation to that. No, the laws they get upgraded when you prevent a member of I know the police falls under it. The media too. No. Aggravated assault. Why you don't look for me so far? You. I just saw you guys pushing against the police officers. And I was saying, yeah. The camera is captured. But that prevents. When they push against there, you said that's how they try to change the narrative, right? Let's see what's happening over at this side. Oh, they're getting China.
Okay.
I don't know. I have to reach out.
Any building, our process was dictated by the permit that we got. It's not the envelope that is the one. So this idea that the UDP as an independent entity is meeting of the minds with the union, I don't know that has happened. And so if the union choose to operate a particular kind of way, it is their prerogative to do that. But certainly when it comes to the United Democratic Party, we are ensuring that we do exactly as we were mandated to do, and that's what we did. So I really can't speak to that. I know nothing of that. And if the unions decide that they want to protest and say far across the street somewhere else, they're free to do that. I mean, it's great when we're all together, shoulder to shoulder, fighting together the same issue, because it's a common cause. This is for all Belizeans. For me to entertain the splitting of the hairs that way, I don't know that is where I am, because this BTL Smart issue is a national issue. And what is concerning is not about what I am saying or what the president of the BNT is saying. What is concerning is that at this point where we are, we still have a prime minister who, in his criminal organization, in his gang by the police department, gone and form another small gang in the farm of the Northern Caucus, that the Northern Caucus gang, and then politicize this deal. Well, I know here that anybody to focus on the fact that the public has sounded the alarm against this deal, and then they move like juggernauts through a wall, That is what should remain in focus. Now what we do out here, the fact that they know the difference, the fact that criminal gang just know the error. And so let them take it up with the police department. Everybody take it up with the police department that they will designate political parties as criminal enterprises. I have never been, will never be, I've always been law abiding. So for I hear that I don't remember of a gang by extension, that really troubled me. And the last time I checked in this Belize, we have freedom of speech. You understand? We have freedom of association. We have freedom of assembly. And that is what we've always been doing. And in that bigger landscape, you are telling me, John is still not here? John is still, how you feel about that? Maybe you can't stand up because you work at Channel 5 and only got phone interest. How you feel about that? Maybe you can't stand up about that because you work at a TV station where how no interest. But how the average Belizean feel about it when they have no interest, whether they pay taxes, whether they can't afford food on the table every day, whether they can't pay bills. You see how much utilities gone up? You see how much thing gone up? And you want we not say nothing? You want because we have a voice and we the show a force. We supposed to be considered gang members. No man, that not every time, everybody we have a sale price over their head. So anybody we have an incentive not to speak up, reject it. Anybody we got a price where the dangle over their head to support this deal, reject it. Because Belize worth more than you want. Belize are for over 400,000 away. No one man we must say I collect 5 million. No one family we must say I collect 18 million. That is absurd. Absolutely absurd. All right.
So we
Gentlemen, I think I'm going to call it a day here. I believe that the leader of the opposition has left the location. And so, yeah, we say Senator Sheena Pitts leaving along with some other demonstrators. If you see there, another one protester calling off their people. So I think this is the end of it.
Well.
How long am I safe on the bridge?
They stayed on the bridge over
20 minutes. 20 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, 20 minutes.
Between 20 and 25.
All right, guys, so this is going to be the closeout. If there's any last thing you wish to ask, now is the time.
I'd like to say,
Mar, just stay safe out there.
I'd like to commend
definitely.
you. I'd like to commend you and all your media colleagues out there for bringing us up to the minute, spot on coverage. It's very, very intense morning, and we know we're gonna find out more on the news this evening on XTV and Crime Radio. So thank you, Marisol. Yes.
All right.
Yeah. Friday.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go down on Friday again. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in for XTV and from radio. This is Marcela Maya reporting live from Princess Margaret Drive in front of the Social Security Board compound.
Thank you, Mar.
Go.
Very good.
Oh, Christy never run the credits. Christy, we never run the credits like money girl.
Because she's built different.
Run that credits 12 o'clock, my girl. Huh?
Yeah, we gotta make like a banana.
Yeah, I want to say welcome.
We will have more details in our news this evening.
I want to say welcome to Tasia.
Who is Tasia?
New on the stew. One of our MCOs. But yes, anyway, this was a very special morning, Stu. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow, right?
Sure. Yes. Guy Neil, our Guy Neil is having a birthday. Big up yourself, Guy. Happy birthday to you.
What? Think the man do 10 push-ups to say Guy birthday then? Yeah.
Maybe, huh?
Yeah.
This is coming from Hugh and everybody else who loves me, including us. Please stay safe, guys. Thank you for staying with us. Please take care of you. Keep yourself hydrated. If for some reason you gotta be out there, please do whatever is right by you. Interesting morning it was. Stay safe. Keep well. We love you. We thank you for staying with us. If God is willing, we will see you right here tomorrow. Take care of you. And you and I promise to take care of me. Stay safe. Ayo.
That's right.
Yes, Marlon. This is the Beatles jacket, Marlon. You know where they with a gal me named to the Frisco?
What's that?
What?
I mean, Hugo Pat, sister. Patty Pat.
Uh-oh. You can ask her to come back tomorrow.
Patty Pat? All right. I mean, I get cousin Chamber.
Yeah, leave those people alone.
Ayo.
Chamber Pat.
Whee!